Hello, I'm Jay and this is War Table. So first I get on my safety equipment, my gloves and my respirator, and I'll show you how I do my workflow. So after I get my equipment on, first thing I do is plug in everything with my clean glove hand. Get the Wash and Cure plugged in and the Anycubic Photon Mono 4 plugged in. This is my permanent glove that I use. It is made of latex, but it's very thick latex, and I've always checked it. I also let those sit out in the sun. These lens wipes are a must. That's what I use for cleaning the FEP or screens or anything that's very delicate. Now, first I wipe it off to get all any residue that might still be on there from the last print. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. It just depends. But usually I give it a wipe anyway just to make sure it's nice and clean. And then I'll fold it back up real good and use some PTEFE spray to make sure that it's nice and lubricated and it's not going to stick. It definitely helps with that, I think. I've noticed ever since I started using that, I noticed way less sticking, so I always usually put some on when I first start printing. Um, as you can see there, it's nice and clear and clean. Okay, so then you want to put on your vat. With this one, you gotta. Oh, the other thing I always keep is some pieces of paper towel tore up so that I don't have to use a ton of paper towel, because usually I just need it for something like this, just to do a little quick cleanup or wipe up of something. And I do always assume that this whole table is completely dirty, so that's how I have my setup done. I just assume everything on here is dirty, so if I'm going to touch anything on this table, I need gloves on. Make sure you shake up your resin real good so that it mixes everything up. That definitely helps with making sure everything goes right with printing. Make sure you wipe off your build plate. This is one of the whole reasons I got the Anycubic. I like the build plate. It's a laser etched. Stuff sticks to it real good. It's real easy to clean. Doesn't have a bunch of crap on it. Real easy to hook back up. I've only ever had to level this thing once. When I first got it out of the box, I've done multiple prints now and never had to change the leveling on that. Get your print started. All right, now the hard part, cleaning up your print. So next, pull off your print. When I do this, I usually let it drip for a second, get any excess resin off there I can. Just let it kind of drip for a second, and then put it in your wash and cure. If you have one, or if you just have a bucket, you can just dunk it in the bucket a few times real good. Start that up. This is just how I do it. Like I said, open up your bottle. Now I printed out that vat holder. This thing does help a lot. I have a permanent filter. It's one of the. I definitely recommend that. That'll help you save a lot of money with that funnel with the screens in them, the metal ones. That way you ain't gotta buy the paper ones constantly. Unscrew your vat and give it a nice even pour here. And set it in there and let her drip. And then to speed things up here, you can use a spatula and just kind of move everything to the edges and get it to drip out of there. That'll speed that up a little bit for you. If you don't have one of these vat holders, you got to pretty much just hold it while you do this. That's how I used to do it forever. It's a bigger pain in the butt though, because then you got one whole hand that you're constantly not able to use at all. This way, it kind of frees up both your hands for a second. So you can let that drip. Get this out when it's done. You should have safety goggles on when you take sprues off and stuff. But I've always done it a certain way. So I just always close my eyes when I take off the supports. That way nothing goes in my eyes. So I just shut my eyes and rip the supports off real quick. Can't really see what I'm doing there, but that's what I'm doing. And then get the other ones off. And then one last pop. Very satisfactory. Boom. Perfect. Done. Then you want to definitely give it a nice even hit there to get that off your plate. Seal back up your vats. Now, how I clean my vat is I use a spray bottle of alcohol, and then I'll just hold the vat over a drip tray, which is just a Rubbermaid Tupperware container. I recommend those. It has never cracked on me or split or anything, and it's been full alcohol for like 2 years or more. Spray it real good, and this is how I keep my FEP from getting all foggy. Because if you wipe it too much, it's going to get foggy. But if you don't, and you just spray it clean like this, it will stay nice and clean and not fog up on you. And you can make your FEP last a lot longer like that, which will save you money in the long run. I always get in the corners real good when I'm doing this, and you pretty much just spray it real good, and then there you go. I set it upside down like that so that it can drip out over time and make sure all that stuff comes out of it. Any of the resin and alcohol pulls all that out. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.